Good evening, everybody. How's it going? I'm Corey. Thanks for joining me on this Wednesday evening. We're going to be doing some Rust coding today. I think we're going to work on my personal site and blog. So this is the current version, or actually this is the live version of the beta site that we're going to work on today. And here is, oops, this is the current blog. So this is the current live one at CoreyJA.com, and this is the beta.CoreyJA.com one that we are going to be working on a bit today and trying to get ready to move over. So I think what we will work on today is probably looking at an individual post. You can see the homepage has the best styles, and then post lists is just a list, and then inside each of these they don't really have much. So I think we'll work a little bit on styling in some of these. So yeah, we will jump in there. Give me just a sec. I'm gonna make sure my mic settings all seem reasonable. Awesome. I think that, oh, we lost music, but I can bring that back. And there we go. Awesome. Okay, well, we are good to get started then, team. Thanks for coming along. And so, actually, let's check out the GitHub for this project. Because I think, actually, last week, we left ourselves a PR that I thought I was going to merge, but then it looks like it's red, so let's take a look at that. Awesome. And I did take a look at this a few minutes ago, so I actually do know what's up. I believe these build and test Rust. Tell us that we just need to run cargo SQLX prepare. So I think from inside my server, I think I need to do it from inside. I just need to do the SQLX prepare. This is so that SQLX can do all of the type checking it needs to do in CI without actually having a full database there. I'm using SQLite for our database, so it's not like it couldn't have a database, it's just that we don't have the schema and everything there. Awesome, we did get some data. What happened here? We removed some stuff so it got cleaned up. Commits the SQL, prepared SQL data file. Cool. And I'm actually gonna move where the YubiKey's plugged in. Make it a bit easier on myself. There we go. Okay. And let's push that up and see if it goes well in CI. I imagine it will. Okay. So this actually has all kinds of CI going on, and maybe that's something else we'll mess with today if we're feeling like it. I'm still doing a mix of Circle CI and GitHub Actions here. We're kind of migrating to GitHub Actions, but the deploy right now is still on Circle CI. So I think maybe we'll migrate the deploy over to GitHub Actions today. That sounds like a reasonable thing to do. Okay, why is this not... Oh, it is updating. We got our yellow dot here. Awesome. Okay. So I think these will go through better, and then we can merge this PR. But I think I like that idea. I think what we're gonna do today is actually work on moving the deploys over to GitHub Actions instead of Circle CI. So let's remind ourselves what our GitHub Actions workflows look like. So right now we have Rust tests, and we've got screenshots. And so right now, the tests just do testing, and there's no deploy after. And I think that's one reason that I didn't wire these up yet, was because I wasn't sure how I wanted the workflows to work. Like, do I want one workflow that does everything, or do I want a workflow that tests things and then a workflow that deploys things? And I think I want that. Kick off from other action. I've looked this up a few times. Use a second job inside the same workflow. Yep. create a separate workflow that uses the run workflow event as a trigger. Yeah, okay. Separate workflow using the workflow run event as a trigger. Yeah, so I think that's what I want to do. Only trigger when the build workflow succeeded. Workflow run. Workflows. That. Oh, this is actually exactly what I want, and this actually describes it. This is saying in the deploy thing, only trigger when these other workflows complete. Oh, that's perfect. That's not even like hacky. That's just exactly what we want. Awesome. Okay. Let's just do that in this PR. We're just gonna go for it. So I believe, and actually no, I just checked, so I know this, but let's pull it up anyways. This is deployed in Fly, so Fly.io is a hosting. I use it for some projects. I also use DigitalOcean for a couple others. Those are kind of my two at the moment. But this project is in Fly. So this is where we do want to deploy it. And so let's just see what GitHub Actions exists. Cool. It's a built-in guide from them. Love it. Okay, so I'm gonna need a token, and I'm gonna need to save my token. We'll have to go into secrets mode in just a minute to do that, but that shouldn't be too bad. And this might be it. Wow, okay, love this. Okay, so we're gonna make a new file here. New file, fly deploy .yaml. Paste it in. Not on pushes to main though. That's not quite right. We want this. On workflow run, workflows. This is going to be on the name of it, I bet. When Rust tests are completed, we will do fly deploy. It just has deploy app. It just uses the fly stuff. It does a remote only deploy. Perfect. And it just needs my fly API token. Awesome. Okay, so I will go to secrets mode for just a sec to grab a token. Okay, secrets, did that work? It looks like on the iPad. Yes, okay, cool. You can't see my screen, but I'm gonna go to Fly, I'm gonna go to tokens, I'm gonna make a new deploy token, GitHub Actions, no expiration, deploy token, created, and we have it on my clipboard and we've left that page. Let's go to my repo, go to my settings and secrets. For actions, we have a environment secret? Oh, not an environment, a repository secret. New repository secret. The value is this, and it's called Fly API token. Almost done with this team, and we will come out of secrets mode. Fly API token, add secret. Okay, awesome. No secrets there, no secrets here. We are good to go, and welcome back to my screen, everybody. Okay, so we got the fly token. We put it in the right spot. We have this file. Oh, on workflow run. This isn't it though. Can I also say that we're on a specific branch? The workflow run event. Does it tell me what's in, like, what I can filter inside? Workflow run. Workflow run. Pattern properties branches. Perfect. So I think that means that I can go up here and just do branches. Is it like that? Branches main? This does branches main that way. Yep. Okay. Cool. I think that works because we only want to do deploys on main. Let's see if that at least gets mad at me when I push it up. Add a deploy workflow in GitHub Actions. I should probably turn off the circle one. We'll do this commit first. And I think I should just like, actually I should just keep the file and I should do it in Circle. So in Circle CI's dashboard, we will turn off my block. Stock building. Okay, perfect. So now this is not going to trigger anything in Circle. And we should see stuff in GitHub. Okay, so on this PR, awesome, those are running. If we head over to actions, we don't see this workflow, but I don't think that's that surprising because like it hasn't been active or anything like that. All workflows, yeah, because these are just showing workflow runs, and this one hasn't run yet, so that makes sense. How long did tests take here? They took 3 minutes. Okay, did that? Hopefully it doesn't take as long this time because we have some caches, hopefully. Let's see, do I want to wait for it or am I just gonna... I think we're just gonna merge it because this was fine, right? Yep. This didn't change anything that was going to be tested. Squash and merge, go! Awesome. Delete this branch. And now we shall see... This is queued. Perfect. This is now running. Awesome. This is the one I actually care about. Well, this is the test run I care about. The other test run was from the branch. Awesome. We're pulling down our cache here. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so I'm converting to GitHub Actions. I'm liking it. It's not that different. You know, everything's different than but you know, it's relatively the same ideas. I had been on Circle for a long time, so GitHub Actions is a bit different, but I'm liking it. The one feature that I'm really liking, which is a bit silly, but I like it a lot, is that like when I'm in a PR, it will give me warnings inline from the compiler. So if I scroll down enough, there we go, found it. And we see this. This used line has a warning on it, so all of my tests pick up the warning. But I get this little inline little warning, which is nice since I don't really like having check warnings or compile errors in stuff. I like that it'll yell at me. And if it happens in a file I didn't like technically touch in the PR, it's at the bottom, so you never lose it, which is really nice. I like that a lot. It's not something that like you couldn't have integrated in a not on GitHub one, but it is nice. Okay, I just want this to complete faster, but that's okay. I'm just being impatient. Oh yeah, this one only took 1 minute and 30 seconds, so this one shouldn't be too bad. Those ones already finished, so these tests hopefully can wrap up relatively quickly. Oh, this one didn't have a cache, so this one actually could take a bit because it's gonna do the whole recompile. I wonder why this one didn't find a cache. Interesting. Oh, I guess just because I haven't run main in a bit, because it's a new branch. That's reasonable. Rust needs a really big cache to stay cached all the time, so it's not that surprising that I don't have one right now. Okay, I really just want to see this deploy. I want to see this actually go through on GitHub Actions. Then we can just like call Circle CI done for this project at a minimum. Oh yeah, we moved to Mite for errors last week on this project, which was really good. I do like Mite. Okay, these will take a little longer than I wanted, but that's okay. Oh, 1 of 2 done. Okay, so this one shouldn't be too much longer then. Oh, that's interesting. Nightly is taking a decent bit longer here, it looks like. Did this one have a cache? Yeah, this one had a cache. That makes sense. I wonder why this one had a cache and the other didn't, though. Here, let me see if my cat's whining at me. Let's see if she wants to come on stream. You can come on stream, Biddy. There we go. You wanna be a stream kitty? Yeah, say hi to the camera. She's not gonna like it much though. She doesn't like sitting with me too long. Or much at all. Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna make you stay here. Try to see if she'll stop whining, but maybe not. Okay. We made it through this here. Okay. Now the moment of truth. Did this actually kick off? Oh, it did. Look at that. We have fly deploy. Ooh, and actually what we also didn't see was we didn't see this getting kicked off when this completed on branch. So perfect. Now we have the deploy, and actually is it working? Cool. Seems like it. It's doing a remote only deploy. And yeah, awesome. We're building our Docker image. Cool. Okay, awesome. Don't expect there to be any problems then. We've been using their remote worker boxes for deploys in Circle 2, so this should be exactly the same. And so this should be nice. Okay, awesome. I think that'll only take a few minutes to deploy. But I guess then that was a little quicker than I imagined. Guess we need something else to do for the rest of the stream. That's okay. It's a good problem to have. Okay. Got the new code pulled down. Let's make a new branch for today. Stream, if I can type. April 19th. Awesome. Okay, and I said we were gonna maybe work on the... Ooh, you know what? Maybe, like, we could try to look at pulling in a syntax highlighting thing. That would be an interesting thing to do, because we're gonna need that for sure. That's not a bad idea. I'd be okay with that. Rust syntax highlight HTML something. It uses the Sublime Text syntax definitions. Interesting. How does it like output? What does it do? Yep, the soundcat. Okay, just a lot of information. Oh, rendering it as HTML, CSS. Okay, so that is what I want, potentially. They use Highlight.js for MDBook, and I think I want to do something in Rust, not in JavaScript. Oh, cool. So this is the one that I think I'm gonna end up picking. Oh, that was just those pipelines. I didn't need those. Cool. Is there... What was it? Oh yeah, tree sitter was what I was thinking. I was gonna look for something that used tree sitter. Performing syntax highlighting with tree sitter. Define a list of highlight names that you will recognize. Create a highlighter. You need one of these for each thread that you're using for syntax highlighting. Load some highlighting queries into the queries directory of some language repository. Okay, so you have some HTML and some JavaScript. You have an HTML config. Okay. Recognize the configured names. Highlight some code. The last parameter is the language injection callback. It's retrieved when tree sitter, for example, a piece of JavaScript code inside a script tag within HTML. Okay. Yep. That seems kind of what I want, but not trivial to use. And I can't tell what it outputs. Oh, HTML renderer. Okay. into a sequence of HTML of lines of HTML. Yep. Okay, so I'd like probably could use tree sitter highlight. Lib.rs for syntax syntax. I wouldn't have called it highlighting a second ago though. What did I just call it in my searches? Syntax highlight. Oh, I did call it syntax highlighting. Okay, yeah. Syntax highlight. Syntax highlighting. Yeah, okay. I just said it too many times. Cool. So if you do tree sitter, you basically get this one. Highlighting, tree sitter syntax highlighting. Oh, okay, that's a thing, but it doesn't have many downloads, so I think probably not that one. Yeah, 25 downloads this month. Tree sitter highlights better. But for syntax highlighting, this is definitely more. Okay. Built-in output to colored HTML pre-tags. Yep, okay. Example code, prints highlighted lines. Okay, so we got all the things. Load these once at the start of your program. Okay, cool. Syntax, find syntax for extension. Yep, like that. You can give it a theme. Cool. You have some code. Lines with endings from this. Okay, so then this just lines with endings. I don't know what that is, but that's okay. Ranges, highlight lines, escaped. That's 24-bit escaped characters. Print line escaped. Unfortunately, this isn't yet faster than Omniguru on our benchmarks, but it might be in the future. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so I think we're gonna do this. This looks like the thing to use. So let's go to our server. Let's cargo add syntax. Awesome. Okay, so now we have a thing. And we also can take a look at, there's a thing somewhere where we are doing, where are we doing the markdown stuff? Isn't there a file MD? Oh, HTTP pages. Got it. Okay. Just forgot where I put that. This markdown file has where we're turning everything, so I should have like for a code. I think there's a code element. Awesome. Okay. And so what do I have? What does a code have? It has a value. This is our stuff. It has a language and custom info relating to the node. Awesome. So language is what I'm looking for. And so I can do some of the stuff that it wants me to do once. I can just not do once for the moment. Where's that example? Here it is. Just take the entire example for the moment and plop it down here. Okay, load these once, find syntax by extension. This is where we can go, self.language.unwrap. Reference to that. Sure, we'll just use that syntax highlighting at the moment. This becomes self.value. Except I don't expected that. Okay, yep. Lines with endings. Is that from this? Yes, it is. Lines with endings. Awesome. Okay, so how do I go to HTML instead? Docs. HTML. Class HTML generator? Oh, yeah, probably. HTML generator. Okay, so I need one of these. Class HTML generator. Yep. Syntax set. That's called PS here. Who knows why? PS. Oh, S. There we go. Um, space is reasonable. Okay. For each line HTML generator. Okay, that's a weird way for this to happen, but it's okay. Okay, so HTML generator, and then we just finalize this. So then I think what I can do is do here it's pre-escaped, and then inside pre-escaped we can do that. Cool. Oh, this has a result. Okay, we don't have we're unwrapping at the moment. We're not doing errors. Yep, cool. Unused variable. Cool. Well, I wonder. Oh, and then this is supposed to be like that. I note that because CS classes have different semantics, this may produce somewhat less accurate highlighting than other highlighting functions when directly using inline styles opposed to classes and style sheets. Okay, but I think this is using classes and style sheets, so I think we're good. I don't know about that. Okay. Overmind S. Let's see what happened. It's gonna take a sec to compile. That was faster than I thought. Okay. Localhost, I think it's 3000. Nice. Hosts. This one blows up. Lots of things. Might not have a language. Okay. Unwrap or Rust. Oh, okay. Oh, it needs a thing. It's fine. Like, this isn't, and I shouldn't do it here. I should do it in an or else, but it's fine. Oh, it's still not working. Line 238. Oh, fair. Fair. Syntax set, yeah. Dot, okay. Fair. Fair, especially because this is, I'm not sure if I even want by extension. Find syntax by name. That's what I would like. Find syntax by name. But then I also don't want just unwrap. I want or unwrap or else. Unwrap or else. Find syntax, plain syntax. That's what was broken about that. Okay. Because now we will try to do, well, if you don't have a language, we're going to try Rust, or we'll fall back to plain text sometimes. Okay, cool. I don't want this though, so find syntax by name. So it's really like I want self dot lang dot map where it's just ps dot find syntax by name, it's called lang. Yep, that maps. Then we do that without that. There we go. Perfect. That can be a reference. This should be a syntax. This shouldn't be a reference. Unwrap or else. Returns contain some or computes it from the closure. Yeah. Wait, that returns it? No, yeah, that doesn't return an option. Oh, and so the closure needs a sum. Yeah. Yay! Okay. Oh, wait. What? No, I don't want that to return. Oh, that returns an option of an option now? Um, that's not what I want. That's not what I wanted at all. Rust option map. What am I, isn't that, don't I want option map though? Map. Or do I want and then? Returns none of the option none, otherwise returns. Oh no, well then I might want and then. Returns none, otherwise calls this with the wrapped value and returns the result. I want and then. Yeah, then this doesn't want to return an option. And then this doesn't return an option, and then this takes the not option. There we go. That's what I was looking for. How does that look on locals here? Like, is there anything even happening here? No, plain text. Is that just because it doesn't know the language though? What if I go somewhere where it could like know the language? Where do I know I'm gonna have code? This doesn't have code. Oh, images don't work. We should make images work. Rails, this should have some Ruby code. It just says text plain, but is that because I'm not like doing this? Okay, so verifying push webhooks and Rails. Webhooks. Okay, so let's find my code block. No, that's a labeled code block. That says Ruby. And if you're telling me that you can't debug fallback. I just wanted to print something. Made this more difficult for myself than I needed, but that's okay. Fallback, 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 yeah. Only 3 times though. Well, there's 3 code blocks here. Yeah, then it did it 3 more times. Okay. But I feel like I want to know what this is. So debug, bang, the reference to lang, there we go. What lang is it coming up with? Oh, it could be coming up with nothing. No, it's coming up with Ruby. Perfect. Okay. Oh, so like, does this not come with things by default? If you've cloned, nope. Like, do I need features for languages? Doesn't seem like it. Examples. Okay, we parse some stuff. Don't load defaults. Yeah, syntax out, load defaults. Yeah, like, so this should like do all kinds of stuff, right? Like, it's got it. Supported file types. ss.syntaxes. Cool. So I could have it. Oh, I wonder. Okay, and it could be like by anything. Okay. Okay, what if I change these here to like capital Ruby? Ruby fallback. Yeah, no capital Ruby. Is that because the capital Ruby worked? So wouldn't that be amazing? Text plain, text plain, text plain. Okay, so no, that's not the answer. So what syntaxes do you support? Oh, that also might not have worked. I think I might need to manually reload things. Ooh, that worked. Parse Ruby. Yay! Okay, awesome. I don't like that though. I would like to not have to change all of these and just get stuff parsing for free. But that's okay, I think. We can figure out how to do that. Yeah, we're laying Ruby, and then that didn't need the fallback. Oh, it just has syntaxes. Got it. So can I just like do debug ps.syntaxes? Apparently I can. This could be a long list, and it could not be the best. Oh, okay. Didn't expect it to be that bad looking. A syntax reference, just like you can't even, it's not even, like it's just, okay. Okay, whatever. Iter, map, name, collect back. Too many? Don't care. Just make it a reference. It's okay. Yeah, how many names do you have? And like, why are they all gonna be capitalized? Like, it's fine, they're gonna be capitalized. I think it's just silly. That makes sense. They all look nicely capitalized. So I could just go through it. Why is Ruby on Rails its own language? Oh no, that's terrifying. So I could just go through and redo these to this. I wish these, like, I wish there was a find by. I don't need their find syntax by name. I forgot, like, that just does this. Oh, you know what's really funny is the file extension one does equal ignoring case. Oh, searches for syntax first by extension, then by case insensitive name. This is useful for things where all you have is a short token given by the user. Okay, well there we go. That'll do it. Find syntax by token it is. Find syntax by token. Probably don't need that, probably don't need that, and definitely don't need that. Okay. As soon as it's available again, this should be nice. Yep, there we go. Awesome. Little pointer, and yay, syntax highlighted, syntax highlighted, syntax highlighted. Except, like, we're not actually getting syntax highlighting yet, but that's okay. That was kind of expected. So we got these, we got the stuff here. But how do I actually, like, use this? Like, how do I get the CSS from you? Or where does CSS come from? New with class style. Okay, is that what I'm using? Yep, I am. Class style spaced. The classes are the atoms of the scope separated by spaces. This isn't that fast since it has to use the scope repository to look up the scope names. Okay. Cool. That doesn't really bother me too much, but I do want to figure out how the CSS works. Or does it just not do this at all, and it does it? Okay, you want me to read the README? I'll read the README. Except this README doesn't mention CSS, so. CSS for theme. CSS for theme with class style. Perfect. Create a CSS for a given theme. Can be used inline or written to a CSV file. Awesome. Highlighted HTML for file, highlighted HTML for strings. Oh, these are just top level functions. Got it. Cool. Awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's just do this then. a CSS for this. So like I think what I could do is let CSS equals, yeah. So that's what we're gonna call or class style theme. So theme could be from the theme set, like we had a theme, we had this theme. And then style is probably one of these things, right? Okay, a bite will give you a treat. Bite was hungry. Okay, so we got CSS, and so now I think I can just do like add a style tag and just like plop in my pre-escaped CSS. I know that didn't need that. Ah, sure, just unwrap you. That's fine. Now it's just a string, and now it works. Okay. That is actual syntax highlighting with color and everything. Look at that. It's actually pretty nifty. And because it's doing it CSS-y, like I could do different CSS, like I could do different colors per anything, right? It's just serving a different CSS bundle. Or like at least could be, right? This just does it as a style tag right here. But it doesn't need to. It could do something different. Yeah. Okay, well that's pretty simple. I don't really like the repeated, like every time we have a code block, we have that style tag. But then I really don't like this theme. But that's okay. The theme is not what we were looking to love. We just wanted some syntax highlighting. Oh, and actually, let's not do that yet. Like, are there other things that are syntax highlighted? Did Vim script get syntax highlighted? Vim script might not have got syntax highlighted. Is that because it doesn't know about Vim script, or I didn't like do it right? We made it this far. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I could delete that debug logging. Spell check. This one. Oh, Vim. It does say Vim. Was Vim one of the languages? And it's not going to be easy to find here, but like, I think technically it's probably here somewhere. Yeah, who knows? And it's annoying that it's not just like on their site, because it seems like this should just be in the documentation somewhere. These dumps are included in the binary for convenience. Yeah, cool. That's great. But like, what are they? I feel like you should just have a easier way to show me what they are. Okay. Let's see. So I just wanted to find out if there's Vim. So let's just add this to the info. Okay, so another thing that we were working on last week is that now this server actually has more things that it does. Like we have commands. And one of the commands is info, which just right now gets the posts. But another thing that it can do is it could do some new lines like this, and it could print out like recognized syntax. And we could basically copy the thing from blog here. Oops, from this markdown. Copy this into wherever I just came from. Yep, you can learn about syntax set, and then it's for syntax and syntax set. That'll be something. Yeah. Cargo run info. I'm really liking an info command that I can just add things to. That's really nifty. I could even make it more fancy, like, you know, you only do this feature and you get this or something, or extra command or whatever. But even just one info command that dumps everything seems pretty useful. And we're off, except it doesn't know that command. Is it print then? I really thought it was called info. It might be called print. It's called print. Awesome. So it just seems like Vim script just isn't support. That's okay. That's sad, but it's fine. I'm not gonna be super duper concerned about it. Well, let's actually check though. Like it, we're in Rust. It's gonna support Rust. Yay, Rust, Ruby. Okay. I love how SQL Rails and HTML Rails are options here. It's great. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really like these ones are. There's some really interesting ones here, but that's okay. Cool. Okay, so no Vim script. So we're just not gonna try, like, we're not gonna try exceedingly hard to get the Vim script working. And I think the other thing I want to do is, like, let's just move the syntax. Oh, here's an interesting one. Cool, I might have to leave this how it is for a little longer. Because right now, all of these into HTML methods don't take anything, right? Like, they're just, you just have, it's calling into HTML on your element, and that's just supposed to work. The problem there, though, is that what if we need extra information? Like this, we can't make code into HTML without this extra information, and this extra information is at least these, the syntax set. Right now, we also need the theme set because, we're doing this right here too. So that poses a slight problem. I think we're just going to ignore it for now. Because ignoring it's easy. But eventually I think we're going to want to do something about it. And that'll be interesting because I think I'm just going to have to invert, like, change how all of these work. Instead of this, having this into HTML trait, I think I need to invert it somehow, but I like it being a trait that I put on each one of these. So does the trait just need a thing? Like it just needs into HTML, just gets passed a some like context object that I can just start shoving stuff into? Yeah, that sounds like the right answer. Yeah, basically all of these into HTMLs just will pass down the thing. Okay, so where is into HTML defined? Am I committed? Nah, let's commit. Get a version of syntax highlight working. But we're still gonna clean that up a bit. Okay, so let's do. There's a public to the crate struct called that's, I like that, HTML renderer. Perfect. It has a theme. And it has a syntax set. And like it could have those other things too, I guess. I don't think it needs to. A reference to HTML renderer. Oh, this isn't really this is like, it's wrong. It's like HTML render context. I don't understand why this is not missing type and function parameter. Okay, I think it's just because it doesn't. Oh, what is this? It doesn't matter, context. Yeah, there we go. Okay. There is a actually this thing could just be an underscore. Oh no, it's definitely gonna need it. Context is a reference to HTML render context. And then it just passes context down. Then context. Oop, that's fine as long as, oh, it didn't paste though. Great. Copy. Paste. Paste, paste, paste. Paste, 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 paste. Paste, 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 paste. Paste, 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 paste. Paste the other thing. Paste the other thing. Okay, and in a second, I'm not sure how long it'll take, but it'll take a second. We will just have this context pass through everywhere. Let's just do these all in one swoop. And that's the thing, the compiler is gonna help me. If I miss one, it'll make sure I don't do that. Okay, that was the one that I needed it for. Look at that. Okay, and now we just have to add context to all of these. Context there, context there. Context for you. You have a context. You have a context. You have a context. Everybody gets a context. Okay. Still looking good. Something threw an error at me though here. Oh, it probably doesn't like at the where we're actually using it. That makes sense. Yeah. That's pretty fair. Cool. Okay. So this is on PostGet. Oh, cool. This is like almost exactly where I wanted this to be. Awesome. Because here I can do these two things can happen all the way outside in main, really. Well, not that far out. They're going to be in commands. Serve. So that's that big config. So yeah. Let render HTML render content like markdown to HTML context equals, yep, that thing. Not that. Yes, that. Not that. It's pretty close, right? HTML render context, isn't that like pretty close? Pretty close. Why can't I use that? Too far down, like in a weird spot kind of problem? Feels like it's that kind of problem. HTML renderer context. Yeah, so then in like blog. Create. Use MD. How about just that one? Unused import. Yeah, like I don't actually need it there. Like I just want to go from here and I just want to be able to like find the thing. That seems like it shouldn't be too hard. Oh, because it's here, it's adjacent to it though. Got it. Okay, so HTTP server though. This is where serve should be. Like this should have the command. Cool. Put it over here instead. Mod command public to the crate mod command serve, get rid of you, don't want that. This serve, nope, there's a serve. Just where does it come from? It doesn't know where it comes from. HTTP server has command inside command. Oh yeah, no, that exists there. Okay, yeah, let's import some more stuff. And then there's one more. This one. Okay, but like now it's weird because now I thought I was gonna be able to. Pages just need. Is that like a thing that needs to happen here? Oh, pages doesn't exist. See, I don't like. I'm not being consistent with things, and it makes it confusing. Is that what I just needed? This seems like it probably is. Yep. Yes. Okay, that's fair. Definitely that. Oh, yeah, fair. Can I just have the theme? Yeah, I can't just have the theme. Perfect. Okay. This like isn't really config, but it is something that I want to store as state, so markdown to HTML content. HTML content, like renderer content, that thing. Renderer content. Gosh, freaking, what's it just called? Oh, it's in serve. Oh, okay, that's also why it's confused. There is no that. Import that. There we go. Actually, maybe I don't want to import it. Maybe I want to qualify as. HTTP server command. Perfect. Okay. So in here. Oh, this is in command. Got it. HTML render context. Yeah, that's all. I'm getting lost. HTML render context. That needs to go over here. Wherever config lives. Config lives somewhere different. Got it. That's what was confusing. Okay, so I do need to let this escape the thing one more time. It's this. Hub rate. Oh wait. That doesn't feel like it was it. Where do you... Oh, no, it was. Yep. Because it lives in the markdown thing. Okay, where do you get... Okay, so what are you mad about? Oh, it doesn't implement debug. That's a solvable problem. Drive, debug, clone, serialize, maybe not those ones. Debug and clone are good enough for now. I forgot that there was actually kind of stuff attached to this one. Okay. Context. Oh, well, we don't have context here. Okay, but I'm getting pretty close because in config now I can do impl from ref conf from a ref of config for it's HTML renderer context. Just do the thing. Perfect. Now I can go back to the blog pages. This can give me a state of context, which is a state of HTML. It's just this thing. This is import state in the tractor. This gets imported from there. We get our state and we can call context. Yay! Okay. I am leaking this. Not anymore, I'm not. Awesome. Okay. Oh, it is running still. Perfect. Oh, hey, how's it going, everyone? Looks like we got a few more people who might have stopped by. Thanks for coming. I'm Corey, and we are working on my personal site and blog. We are working on getting some syntax highlighting working. So I think we have it working for some Ruby code. If we pull open this one, there we go. Nice. We can see our nicely highlighted Ruby code, and that, I think, is working a bit better, because now we're passing the context. Oh wait, but that actually, I don't think it's using the context yet. Because our code block, which is the bottom one here, yeah, it's just ignoring the context. It doesn't want to do that. Okay, so let's not load these every time. We do need to find the syntax every time. So this reference is context dot syntax set. Oh yeah, the reference was good on that one. And then our theme is context dot theme. And I think that again wants a reference. Oh, I didn't realize I needed the, okay, let ps equals context dot ps, syntax set. Yep. It's just a reference. I just wanted it so that I could call it by ps right there. Awesome. Don't even need those there. Lines with endings. I don't even know what, like, why I'm using lines with endings, why there's not lines with endings. But it's working. Awesome. Okay. What did we do in this diff? We moved some things around. I don't really actually think I love where everything is yet, but that's okay. Some imports changed here. Nothing too much in main. Move some things around. Serve went away. Now in HTTP server, we have a thing called command that has serve. I think I like that better. Serve, like, the command needs to live with HTTP server. That does seem reasonable. The configs know how to get HTML renderers out. We make some things pub crate. This MD becomes pub crate. I didn't need this. I could get rid of it, but now things are probably relying on it. Alright, let's delete it. And let's pull up the problems. This just needs to be imported from a different spot. Nice and easy. Okay, cool. And then I think I'm pretty good with this. Oh, that's that use. Oh, because it's not a pub use. Yeah, it's just a use. It's not a re-export. Okay, and then yeah, this gets the context passed down into everything. Cool. Okay. Use the same rendering context for all markdown. That's all. We don't need to talk more about it. Awesome. Okay. And you know what? I'm not actually sure what else we're gonna do. Let's definitely publish this up and get it deployed. That might be about it. I'm not sure we're gonna do a ton more today. Let's see. Yay, that deploy went through. Completely forgot about it. Look at that. It's working great. I'm not sure there was any visual changes to look at there, so. Stream from April 19th? 19th. Did I write one? No, it says 19th. Okay. Let's get some tests running. Perfect. So I think also what I want to do is go into my branch protection rules here. And why aren't these turned on? Oh, there is a good reason. It's because something doesn't always require a pull request. There's a bot that goes around this. What are rules? I haven't seen this yet. Rules. Yes, how do they work? Okay. New branch rule set. Oh. This is a new version of branch protection rules. Repository bypass permitted by the interesting bypass list. Super interesting. Only allow users to create matching refs, update refs. Huh, cool. Cool. I don't think I have a use case for this right now. And I'm probably not even going to turn on branch protection rules because something pushes to main. My screenshots get pushed to main by GitHub Actions, and I don't want to mess with that right now. But that's cool. I didn't know that rules were going to be a thing, but that seems like it's getting rolled out soon. That'll be interesting. Okay, so we had a cache, so hopefully these don't take too long. But we are going to watch them go green and deploy them today so that we actually see them go out. Is this... Oh, nope. Overmind us. Let's run this so I can take a screenshot. I want a screenshot of syntax highlighting to throw in this page here. Posts. The one with Rails or Ruby in it. Oh, let's just do the whole thing. Actually, let's do this one. I don't use this much. Camera. Oh, but now it's not... Does it not work nicely when that's open? No, does it not like it when I'm in? Like, why doesn't it? Oh, you can do just a normal boring click and drag screenshot, but I wanted the, like, select parts of the thing screenshot. So, let's see. We added a syntax highlighting. I don't know. That's about all we've done, I think. Let's see. Let's go through it and see if there's anything else we did. Syntax highlighting. We added some information about this. That's nice. I like that. I don't really think I love this being print, and I don't think I like that it prints both each time. But that's okay. We can work on that separately or now. Okay, so yep, we load the whole thing once, put it in this context, shove it in the config. Then we just have to pull it out of the config. Then we pull it out of the config. When you get a post, we do all my awful stripping, and then we convert it into HTML using the context. And actually, that's a little interesting because we don't... Oh, wow, I would have done this differently, / I might do this differently. Oh, this is... Oh, yeah, I never finished that part. That was part of the refactor. Okay, well, we have syntax highlighting, and I might change it up later, but it's okay. It wasn't too bad to pass it through state. What I was thinking, though, that I'm not sure I ever actually said, was one of the things that we worked on last week was in the print. Man, I thought that was actually going to get me to a better spot. It's info. That's the file. Okay, in the info file, we do blog posts from static jar, and then we loop over the post. So we have this blog post struct, and this is the container for our blog post. This, I think, wants to be the interface we're going to use going forward. It's not the one that we're using today, but I think it's what we want to use. Right now we're using like the blog file entry stuff, but I don't think we want to use that going forward. I would like to move to using the blog post more. But I don't have a way to get a specific post yet, especially with the stripping that happens. So maybe that's a good thing that we could work on some next time. Oh, cool. Test pass. Awesome. Let's clean up some warnings. I don't want there to be warnings anymore. Cargo Clippy. Cleaning these all up. Oh, okay. I wish I could do all of these in bulk, but just didn't even think about this when we were doing it. Could have done this to all of them to begin with. Yeah, that's the one I was really looking for. Awesome. Flippy. Let's see. Oh. Message. Not dash P. Perfect. Push. Pushed. Yay, we will finally stop seeing these warnings. Ooh, I don't think I need to. No, we would know. The specs would have failed. I was making sure I didn't have to do the thing we started with, the regen schema file thing. But we did not. We're good to go. Okay, yeah, cool. So I think we're just gonna merge this and then we might call it a day today, team. A nice, good, chill Wednesday evening. We got some syntax highlighting added, which I'm gonna call a good accomplishment. Oh, and we moved deploys to GitHub Actions. And I really like that. I actually really like the kicking one from another. That actually was way easier than I thought. I was a little worried about that, and this is way better. I actually like this better than how Circle does it. Because they are separate workflows, and like the timing of this is irrelevant of the deploy. Like there's definitely reasons for them to be separate. Oh, and I probably want deploys to be by a button as well. Don't have that yet, but that's easy to add. Do I want to just add that now? We'd have to wait for tests again. I think it's easy though. I think it's literally just, you just take this workflow dispatch thing and you just plop it down right there. Allow kicking off deploys from the UI. That's gonna let us do it on like any branch and stuff, which is just gonna be like a be careful kind of thing, which I think is pretty perfect. Okay, yeah, that doesn't know that it like wouldn't need to run, so it's gonna. Would that let me kick off a thing now? Not yet. Wait, status badge. Oh, that's nifty. Yeah, default branch. Oh, nice. That's pretty nifty. I like that. I didn't know that you could just do those right away from GitHub. I could throw some of those in. Do I want those? I don't know. It's fine. Like, you kind of get it everywhere, right? Like, yeah, you don't need it in the README. They're not super useful. They're fun, though. They're definitely fun. Yeah, these are all cached, so these should go pretty quickly. I think we're talking like 90-ish seconds total is what I'm hoping. Yeah, those all did it in under 60. This one has 30 seconds to go till my 90-second mark. But I don't think it'll take that long. Oh wow, it's actually... Those times don't add up. Oh yeah, they do add up to about a minute. Okay, yeah. So this one is going to take a bit longer. They just got caught up in things a little bit longer. Oh yeah, they're storing cache. Oh yeah, that only took 14 seconds to restore the cache. It took 30. I think a lot more. Wait, it's still doing it. Oh wow. Super interesting. Yeah, this is actually like... Oh no, it's not. Oh, it did it really quickly. Okay, cool. I thought that was going to take a little longer. That was a little weird, though. Not huge weird, just a little weird. Awesome. Okay, let's merge this PR for today's stream. Get that merged in. Delete the branch because we might as well. What are these issues? Post page should redirect extra versions to the canonical. Yep, post index page should link to shortened post URLs. Okay, both of those are valid. Syntax highlighting should use external style sheet. Should not embed CSS with code. Right now, our markdown renderer plops down a chunk of CSS right next to each code block. Instead, we should include a style tag on pages. Probably just all pages. That references this CSS. Question. Does this want to be served from the front-end package? If so, do we need to move the depths, the depths around a bit? Because right now, this just is in the server, which is, it makes sense. That's where we're doing the syntax highlighting. And I guess it doesn't really need to be in the front end. We're just creating CSS here. Like, I don't know. Is it that weird that like I just called up to CSS and then return a file? I don't know, but I also don't really want the to CSS, like that thing. I kind of want to be at a build step, right? Which is why it would be cool in front end, because then that gets built kind of into the server. I don't know. There's some interesting questions there that I don't think I have the best answers to. I don't think there's a wrong answer. I just think, like, you know, it depends on how I feel like having it all work. Not related to that at all. I could have screenshots run when fly deploys are finished. Then they like don't even really need to run all the time. Like I'm literally using them as smoke screens, so like sure, have them run all the time as smoke tests. If something changes, that's great. But one, I'm actually not, because I'm not actually looking at them, so it's not like it really matters. But if they just ran every deploy instead of every hour, that could be cool. But on the other hand, I don't think I'm really using too many credits. I think I have a lot of GitHub Actions credits, so I don't think it's a big deal from that sense. So maybe it's just not a huge deal. But I will think about it, because it was really easy to do something after another workflow. I thought that was going to be a bit more difficult, but it really wasn't, so maybe I'll do that again. Cool, deploy is off and running. Let's see, I hope there was some cache here so we can just fly through some of this. Let's see. Could just be that we're not getting logs, could be that it's taken a second, so many options. There we go. Okay, now it's doing things. Okay, cool. So this one is using Cargo Chef. I was using Cargo Chef for my Snake GPT project that we do on Sundays, or that I've been working on Sundays. But then I gave up on Cargo Chef. It wasn't being useful, and my project didn't really fit it well, so it just wasn't actually helpful. And it was just making things worse. I wonder if it's really useful here either. It's interesting that this wasn't cached. Wait, no, this is the caching step. I guess I'm just curious. Not sure how this works, because it definitely looks like it's compiling everything this time. It doesn't seem like much of anything was cached. This might have changed. Oh, of course this changed. I added a new thing. I added a new dependency. We definitely can't use the cache. That's just how Docker caches work. It's all or nothing. It's not like we can use some of the cache and not other bits thing, like GitHub Actions. That's how those caches work, right? We just do the compile, save that cache, and next time we load it up, and anything that we compiled last time we don't need to compile again, kind of deal. I don't think it's exactly like that, but that's the gist for sure. We're almost done, and we will see some live syntax highlighted code on this new site. And that'll be exciting. That was a fun, nice little, you know, hour and a half project for stream today. I don't ever really think Rust takes forever to compile until I'm waiting on a deploy, and then it could not run any slower. But like I really don't notice it too bad while I'm actually working. Like one thing, it helps that I'm on a beefy computer, but it's not too bad. It doesn't really get in my way too often. This is the longest part. But even like when I do Rails code, I still have a deploy step that does something, right? Compiling JavaScript, doing, you know, it's never a super duper fast deploys there either. So this isn't that crazy for me. Though my Rust projects get big fast, so they do take some time. I think we're getting close though. We did server, so now I think we're just doing like macro-y things and getting the final things all stitched up here. Yep, there's our sitemap checker. The other binary that we have. Okay, almost there, I think, but I said that a second ago. I'm really just stalling. There we go, finished that release, did some Tailwind, did some more Tailwind. Compiling the server again. This should be basically the same and should just go through, I think. So the whole idea of that Docker Chef stuff was that this compile should be basically instantaneous now because it's just already has this. And I wonder if it's just like checking that cache now that's taking it a sec. Yeah, it just took it a second to like check that. At least it didn't have to recompile dependencies. Even if I had to recompile the server code, that would have been acceptable. Okay, we are pushing to fly. As soon as this is done, we will be good to go. And our code will be out. Okay, creating release, monitoring, it is deployed. Being deployed, not deployed yet, it says. 248 megabyte image size, that's really big for Rust. We could make that smaller. EWR is pending. EWR is the region we care about. That's close to me physically, so I get the best pings possible for my own site. Running healthy. There we go. I think that means... Oh. Running unhealthy. Running healthy again. Okay, it took it a second. It got a little scared, but we're good to go. Awesome. Okay. That's the localhost site. So beta 4eja.com and look at some posts. Let's look at that same one, verifying webhooks. Yes! That is some syntax highlighted code. And it's just nice code, no pictures. Yep, it's just some CSS giving it some colors, and that is about it. Awesome. Oh, that's why it doesn't look super... Oh, no, it is monospace. Okay, we are using a monospace font already for this. Yeah, because that's what it would look like without a monospace font. Okay, well, there we go. No software update. I am not just going to give you my password in the middle of doing things for that. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so these all just give it some colors, basically. And awesome. Oh yeah, they're all done 3 times because I have the CSS plopped down here 3 times. Super fun. Okay, but that's okay. Not a big deal there. Awesome. Well, we got that deployed and we got syntax highlighting added here. So I think with that, we are going to wrap up for this Wednesday. Call it a little bit of a shorter Wednesday, but that is okay. Yeah, thanks for coming along. I will be back on Sunday. On Sunday, we will probably be working on Snake GPT. Let's pull up that repo real quick as we close out here. So Snake GPT is a project that I have been working on, and we'll probably pick it up on Sunday. There is a alpha version available here if you want to sneak that URL or come stop by my Discord. I will happily share it with you. But the idea is you can ask a Battlesnake question, like, Battlesnake is on a grid, so there's an origin point, and it's, like, sometimes confusing to new people where the origin point is. So origin coordinate. And you can ask this question, and it will, on the right-hand side, we'll see it's going to pull in some context from the Battlesnake docs, and then down below, it will answer the question. So here's our context. This is mostly for debugging, but that's the context it pulled in. And here we go. The origin coordinate in Battlesnake is located in the bottom left corner of the game board and is represented by 0, 0. And so we're going to be working more on Snake GPT on Sunday. I definitely didn't pick a question that I knew it could answer or anything for the demo. So yeah, we'll work on that. Maybe we'll give it a better UI or something like that. Not 100% sure, but we will definitely be doing some Snake GPT on Sunday. So tune in for that if that sounds interesting. And I hope to see you around the internet. You can follow me on the Fediverse or come join my Discord. There's a link in the Twitch bio and on my GitHub for my Discord, so come hang out. And with that, I think I will get out of here for the evening. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see everyone later. Thanks. Bye.